There is the society of people that perennially lives in pensive turbulence. There is the community of souls that has constant craving for food for thought. They are the ones who take plunge into the oceanic depths. They are the ones who leap forth into the ethereal skies. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this poetic discourse in search of meaning. Enter the world of languages. Languages have been a sanctified sphere of oneness, the fiefdom of uniqueness. It is so big and it is so large in potential and so agile in kinetics that it is variety enough to live in this world all our life. Forget us not, languages have existed for centuries. Mankind has been served by every language worth a mention for centuries. But as the camera draws back for the perspective, there comes a time of facing the comparative. It is then that the borders of the language feel threatened. Albeit an intellectual challenge, it has to measure up to the colossal godliness inscribed in the sanctum sanctorum, the thoughts. And that is the time when the language becomes subservient to the hazy, foggy, misty, and the mystic. Once thought takes over the driver's incumbency, there is a fortuitous challenge of urgency of thoughts. A new ode comes forth, an ode to serve the cause of expansion of communication. You no more deliver a courier, no more deliver a salvo. You deliver an energy cloud. The extravagance of thought furthers the demand for greater supply of energy and light. And the time comes to either go for home breeding of the breakthrough ideas, work on imports, propagate a collaborative. The erstwhile celebrated rectitude of grammar and spelling, just to mention a few, would now stand a mute witness to passing phase where a more powerful and more happening God throws a coveted prize for new shade of expressive responsiveness. In one of the most fateful announcements of the linguistic destiny, it proposes an urgent unification, shedding all qualms, disowning all inhibitions for the cause of magnum opus. Now the East or the West, let best serve the best, for the best, for the best, with the best. What exists by virtue of two poles of magnet is magnetism. Correspondingly, omnipotence of poles in the realms of poetry would build poeticism. Doesn't that form of wisdom that life exists in dipoles universally? Nature itself sets default on polarities. There is darkness, there is light, there's day and there's night, there is birth, there's death, and then another delight. Zid ki Shayri looks at two languages, the English and Urdu, as two poles. English is very professional, very clear. Urdu is very subtle, very human. English makes a brilliant text. Urdu is innately poetic. English looks scholarly. Urdu is certainly, very certainly, wizardly. English tutors physics. Urdu is sprawling metaphysic. The amalgamation of the two would make a wider spectrum of meaning available, taking poetic aesthetics to an altogether new heaven. Ladies and gentlemen, don't fasten, don't straighten, just look up. We are on the ride to a new planet, in search of meaning, ever in search of meaning, ever in search of more meaning.